As organizations build business cases for more sustainable operations, generating value through circularity, the idea of wasting less and reusing more is an opportunity that companies can easily miss. The goals of a circular economy include eliminating waste and pollution by extending a product's lifespan and reusing or repurposing its materials for new products.
So by reusing drums from raw materials suppliers, we were actually able to hedge that overall cost and overall volatility and find ways to reduce our overall spend associated with these new drums.
DJ D'Agostino, a global sustainability manager at Colgate-Palmolive, is referring to one of the many circular initiatives his team has undertaken at their flavoring processing facility in Burlington, New Jersey. Each year, the Burlington facility receives thousands of drums containing ingredients for their flavoring operation.
The way that the facility was approaching that at the time was actually to empty the drums, to use the contents, and then to send them off to recycling, which is good. We divert those drums from landfill. But thinking about this true zero waste philosophy, we wanted to actually go higher up in the waste reduction hierarchy. Reuse these drums from our raw material providers to then send out as a finished product to our Colgate plants around the world. So we were able to then reduce waste and reduce the amount of materials we had to send off to recycle. But we also found a way to hedge against steel prices. Raw material prices tied to steel are notoriously volatile. And as we bring in new drums to fill with product, this price is obviously an important factor, an important cost to the business.
The team not only reuses the containers that enter their facility, but they also figured out how to decrease the number of containers required in the first place.
We thought about what ways could we source this raw material in bulk, reducing the number of individual drums that are needed. The raw material supplier was able to reduce our cost and overall spend associated with receiving this raw material, so a great win-win for both the business and sustainability at the site.
After solving for the steel drums, the Burlington factory turned their attention to excess ingredients that had previously been discarded.
Scrutinizing materials that were leaving the facility allowed us to then apply that lens of circularity. Flavors that may have reached an expiration date by our quality standards or may not have met our internal specs still could be useful to other organizations out there. They still might find value in these flavors or fragrances or different materials. So we actually found partners who would look at our materials, what we would call output of our process, and agreed to take them as input into theirs, creating that closed-loop circularity. One example is flavors that left our facility that didn't meet our requirements and specs were sent to a facility that made a blend and used that flavor with other fragrances in potpourri that they made and actually sold on the market.
Colgate-Palmolive didn't stop with ingredients either. They have also found a use for discarded materials. They have sites that will grind up plastic waste and send it to a manufacturer that makes the plastic components for broom handles, which they'll then use in their facilities. Their Tom's of Maine facility figured out a way to compost toothpaste waste coming out of their site. One of their plants in South Africa generates a lot of boiler ash. Instead of sending it to landfills, they send it down the street to a brick maker. The resulting bricks are then used for construction projects at the plant.
How do we look at what we're doing today and reimagine? How do we think about it differently? How do we reimagine this whole process where waste isn't something that comes out at all?
By thinking creatively through a sustainable lens, Colgate-Palmolive has been able to reduce waste, reduce costs, and improve employee engagement within their facilities. Here are 3 key learnings they identified that could be beneficial to other organizations seeking to shift their operations. Assess what's coming in, how much you're using, and where you can optimize. Assess what's coming out, and where it could have value elsewhere, either for yourself or for others. Engage with your local team members for inspiration.
There's the obvious, the reducing, reusing, recycling, achieving those higher levels of diversion from landfill, but also finding these operational efficiencies, ways to reduce costs, ways to improve the overall operation that resulted in many win-wins, help to get many team members excited and engaged.
For more information about how to help your organization meet its other sustainability goals, go to our landing page.